What does it mean for you guys to be here at the London Comic Con?
Oh, well, it's very exciting, extremely exciting. I actually studied abroad here in London a couple years ago, and so I'm so excited to be back because I love this city a lot.
For me, so much of the most fantastic part about this show particularly is the fan base that has already shown such a humongous support, and so to be able to meet our fans here on my first time to London is absolutely amazing.
I always love coming here, and I love Comic Cons in general. I've been to, there's higher math involved, probably at least 30-ish, but I just adore them, and I love the people that come to them, and it's just a really great and energizing experience, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and this is my first Comic-Con, so very excited to be here.
I mean, you mentioned that people loving the show. Why do you think people do love the show, and what was it about the project that really hooked you and made you want to be a part of it?
So actually, the show has not aired yet,
Yeah.
but the show will be premiering on October 27th on the Geek and Sundry YouTube channel. It's based on a book series by Rachel Caine, The Morganville Vampires. So we already have a fan base, which is great because they're fans of the books. So they're all very excited for the show to come out because they love the books so much. So.
I'm just excited because it's been so fun to watch this whole thing come alive. It's been in my head since 2006. There's 15 books in the series, and so the fan base has just been growing for all of this time, and they really wanted to see something in a visual medium, and we finally were able to bring it to them, and it's very exciting.
Yes.
How has the books translated to the screen then, in that case, from your point of view? Are you happy with it? Is there anything in particular that you really was astounded when you saw it come to life?
Characters or
You're saying
anybody
the perfection
thought
of
that
the
was just
casting?
like spot on?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, obviously the cast is really good.
Stop.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And the other thing is, this is an unusual experience for a novelist. I got to write the scripts. I got to be part of the production. I got to be on set every day. It's been great because I'm a executive producer of the show, and I just feel like it's Morganville. It feels like Morganville. It looks like Morganville, and I'm really super happy with it.
How much did you guys? How much are you aware of that literary world when you came to the series that she created, and also how much are you looking forward to kind of maybe making changes from what you wrote as well?
You want me to start?
Please.
Okay. Because I just can't. One of the challenges of adapting books to any visual medium is that you really have to make some hard choices. You can't do everything. You have an unlimited budget in a book. And especially for a digital series, you're talking about really paring it down to the essentials. So that was really fun for me, discovering the core story of the first book and really putting it into 6 episodes and telling that story. I really felt like it boiled down to the best parts. So I'm excited about that.
In all honesty, not much of a reader myself, and so I know. So when this came around through my agent, it's a book series, and obviously a book series made any sort of motion picture is absolutely one of the most trendy outlets at the current moment. And then it was told to me that there were 15 books. Who writes 15 books?
What's wrong with you?
Who does that?
I have 50.
Well,
Okay, sure.
Stop showing off. And I thought, what a fantastically well-rounded series. If it has to be 15 volumes long, that it would be an incredible feat to be a part of, such an extended project, and immediately picked them up, and such a fun, easy read, you just get submerged right into it.
Yeah, I had not heard of the series before the show, but Joey Stewart, who was a co-producer on the show, I had worked with him. He was the director on a film that I was in called The Final a few years back, and he sent me a message and told me to keep an eye out and let my talent agent know that I was going to be requested to audition for this show because he thought I'd be a really good fit for the character Claire. And he's like, here's the website for the books, check it out. And so I immediately did and saw from the start how magical it all was, and was so excited when I read about the character Claire, who I play, because she's so similar to how I am in real life. And so it was a lot of fun to get to play myself pretty much.
We have great science nerd conversations.
Yes, that's what we do.
Just out of interest, now, I'm not sure if you're familiar, in the Harry Potter storyline, you had the Alan Rickman character was this kind of like deep, dark character, but he was told a backstory to his character that only the author, J.K. Rowling, knew. And so he had to act a certain way, and a lot of actors were always confused by how he behaved. Just out of interest, do you have anything a little bit like that? Any subtext that your characters might have that none the actors might need to know later on? Anything that would...
We do have a little bit here and there, and there's a character in this first season who is a little bit of a deceptive character. Maybe two of them now that I think about it. So yeah, it was important to tell them in advance what they were going to be playing and how they would be playing it, so that they understood the arc of the character. And I think that's part of the fun of doing it is. Being able to take those secrets and put them on the screen in a way that people can really enjoy.
What's the fans' reaction been like to? Because obviously, if you read something and then you see an actor portray it, what's their reaction been to you like?
Right. I mean, it's been overwhelmingly positive.
Right.
But of course, I mean, every single person who reads a book is going to have a different image in their head of what the character is going to look like, how they, act and whatnot. It would be impossible to satisfy every single person who's read the book, satisfy their, idea of what the characters are like. So, that would be impossible. But really, everybody's been, for the most part, quite positive about it. And, I do appreciate that a lot of the fans have said, in response to other people who are like, oh, this isn't how I imagined so-and-so. Say, just wait till you actually see the show. Maybe their physical features are not exactly as they were described in the book, but just wait to see how they bring the character to life, because it might surprise you. So.
Yeah, we definitely want to appease everybody as best we can, in regards to making everything as true to the series as possible. It was a slightly nerve-wracking day of posting the cast and what everyone would think, and
my favorite part was when someone said, "He's not Shane, he's too short."
well,
Which
you're right, 6'3",
right, and
is
especially next to me, I'm 5'2" and a half.
minuscule. So I apologize.
He'll grow. It's okay.